What's up, guys? Today I'll be installing a Radius CX Rekluse clutch in a 2026 GasGas EX250F. I have installed clutches in dirt bikes before and motorcycles, but I've never done a Rekluse auto clutch. The directions to me were kind of vague, as it seems like their directions are just generic to any other clutch lines or any bike that they offer clutches for. So follow along as I piecemeal this together between basic knowledge that I have and their directions, and enjoy my struggles. As you can see, the clutch cover was already removed and the pressure plate was already taken apart. I also apologize, I tried a different way of filming this. I wanted to do like a POV setup, and half the time I forgot that I even had a camera on my chest. So I did my best here.
What's up, Hank?
Yeah, it doesn't have the tab washer. It's weird as hell.
That washer.
Oh, that's because these are locking. Okay. Those lock together.
I got gloves if you want to. Yeah, you just gonna pull the whole basket out. Pull the whole fucking
That goes back in there.
and clean it.
That washer's for space, and say that washer falls, I have to put it back on. Anything that I saw had those little forks, and it didn't come all packed together like this. So I wonder if this is just a drop-in.
Maybe they just refined their setup over the years, and this is the newest, latest.
Stop licking the oil! Hank! You can't do these things! Brother.
I can put them inside.
Yeah. But I like Hank.
Huh?
But I like Hank. But
Well,
he
you
probably,
want to jump in your lap right now? That's that.
probably not lick the oil. What's the matter? Is the oil displacing the water in your mouth, dude? Is that why you're doing that? Yeah, no, this is missing stuff. Yeah, those little pins. I didn't have the pins in it. Are there pins in there?
Yeah, man, this is the kit.
Screw it, I'm dropping it in. So unfortunately, it's not a drop-in. So I gotta take it apart. See those little U channels? Right here? Those are supposed to be on a pin, is what the manual says. I don't see them though. I see these. There's supposed to be pins here. I'm confused. I'm just gonna pull it apart and try to figure it out, I guess.
Look at it.
Yeah.
So one thing to note, I did find out where those locating pins were that help align the clutch with the inner hub. They're in the OEM clutch, so you have to remove them from that.
Grab that, put that back where it belongs.
Yelling at me.
Please, before I drop it on the ground again. Okay.
What did you just pick it up and put it back now for?
I don't know. I should have just did that instead of you grabbing a pick. Is what I should have did. Alright. I got that back together. Like
You
that.
making headway here, or?
Pins are supposed to go in here. So we need pins.
We don't have pins.
There's gotta be pins somewhere.
Dude, we just went through the whole kit. There's no pins.
So you're telling me the kit sent you all this stuff with no pins?
No pins, brother. Do we like reuse the other pins?
Maybe that's it. Are there pins in that clutch?
Yeah!
There are pins in that clutch. We need those pins. Pinch? .7mm socket, 50 foot-pounds to 68 Newton meters. Summer.
got oil.
Yeah, maybe the little ones would have done it. Seat the drive pins into the Rekluse inner hub.
Now it's time to stack the plates. Notice the little flare out that I call a shark fin? That is directional. That fin is supposed to face the rear wheel like I have orientated here. You begin the stack with a metal disc, then alternate between metal, a composite, till you end up finishing off with a metal plate.
Okay.
Great job.
Thanks. You know, this one, that guy right there is a special one. So it's very vague, but I think I'm supposed to align the slots with the friction discs with these slots facing upward. Oh, it's like that on both sides. Sweet. So I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't say it matters. But this is your EXP disc. So this is the lining plates. Go it around. It should just seat.
If you're not new here, you'll notice I missed the throwout bearing, so I have to go back and fix that later.
There's the mark. So that's the top one. Boom, boom, just like that. Slide that in here into the groove. Okay, so that mark indicates that this is the top facing, right here. Boom, boom. Next, place the OE bevel spring onto the slider ring with the rounded dome side facing up. The outer bevel spring will make contact with the slider ring. If this does not, the bevel spring is upside down. Well, okay. Sweet.
Step 1. Only a trained and qualified mechanic should install this product.
A who?
Only a trained and qualified mechanic should install this product. How do you feel about that?
It's not me. Definitely not me. I think you need to torque these to 6 Newton meters.
I set the pressure ring back up the way it came out of the bike. That is the OEM factory setting. After I had gotten all those tightened down, I realized that I forgot the throwout bearing, and I went ahead and took it all apart and fixed it off camera because my battery had died. So sorry you couldn't come for the ride.
So we got that put in there, and these snugged back down. My battery died, so I did it off cam. Now we need to torque 6 Newton meters. Sure.
You didn't notice the screen was blank?
I was waiting for it to beep.
But the screen was blank.
Push down on that because doing stuff here. Pull that down. Stuff that there. I wasn't even done with my bed. What happened?
Who just fucking screamed?
What happened?
Did you hear that scream? It sounded like Ricky crashed in the booth. That was genuine. Ah! to the truck.
Next up, we got the Rekluse slave cylinder. Gotta get this one off and bench bleed this one.
I did this in reverse order. You should bench bleed the Rekluse slave cylinder before removing the OEM slave cylinder. But moving forward, remove your case saver all the way. Don't try to leave it on like I tried to. It makes it a pain in the butt and you end up having to remove the whole thing later anyway when you get frustrated with it. Bench bleeding the slave cylinder. I used a syringe full of brake fluid with the piston all the way out and the adjuster nut turned all the way in. Go ahead and fill up the reservoir. Back the adjuster nut out till you can see the O-ring and the fluid will go down. Fill it up some more. Push the piston in on the back with your thumb, letting out any remaining fluid and air bubbles. Turn the adjuster in and back out and keep repeating that process until you see no more air bubbles.
So you want to end off with the O-ring showing, piston compressed in so you can top it off with fluid. Did that. Now we can replace. Okay. Oh, this thing's got a diaphragm on it.
So with the Rekluse slave cylinder, it does not use a diaphragm like the OEM one uses a diaphragm.
Don't forget to snug this back up.
It loosens up. Yeah. That's crazy. The rack loose.
Good and snug. No, not the big one. That one, yep. All right, go ahead, crack it.
It's cracked.
Close it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Crack it. Close it. Any air? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing?
I mean, you see it, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sick. Yes,
It feels like so.
This feels good up here.
Oh, okay.
3, 4, 5. Sure. Yes, we'll run with that. Let's see what happens. So I got to turn that guy. 1 full revolution plus 2 marks.
Classic, forgot my camera was on my chest. There's a mark on the screw and marks all the way around the screw as a dial. Start by turning it in clockwise till it's lightly seated. Go 1 full rotation past lightly seated and then plus 2 marks. That is your starting point for break-in.
Is that their phone?
we're gonna go ahead and check that free play game and see if we done messed up or not. I don't think we did. The bike is still full of oil. Oh, I am quite nervous. Checking the free play game, the bike comes with a strap that you wrap around the handlebars and it puts some pressure on the clutch lever. Warm the bike up fully and then rev the bike up a couple of times. The clutch lever should move, and the measurement from the center of the ball as it moves, it should only move 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. So you want to kind of shoot for the in-between or shoot for the 1/8 of an inch. You don't want it to move the full quarter. Doesn't sound bad in there.
It's fine. I bet you it's fine.
Don't sound bad in there.
That's good.
Try it.
Yeah.
It's in neutral.
Yeah, sit on though, you're gonna die.
There. Oh yeah. Manual says you gotta sit on it. I guess I better put the kickstand up if I'm gonna sit on it. Start a timer. Like 3 minutes. Give it a dive. Aha! So it's 1/4 of an inch to 1/8 of an inch from the ball. Do it again. It's about 1/4. One more time. See if it works. I'd rest your foot on the brake. Take the band off. Once you have that done, there's a break-in procedure in their manual.
Oh shit.
You break it in and make any adjustments from there, and then you're ready to go. Tyler completed the break-in procedure the next day and rode the bike at a turn track and came back and no adjustments were needed to be made. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking with me. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Success.